Nityanandam everyone, it's the Kundalini Yogini. Welcome back to my channel. Make sure to subscribe to follow my life as a traveling yogi and to learn about how you can become and work your way towards a conscious lifestyle and living enlightenment every day. So today I'm going to dive into one little controversial topic which I get into discussions about quite frequently, and that is the dichotomy of social media and spirituality. I learned so much in the past year or so about social media in a very positive way. I think that on our spiritual path, you guys might relate with this also, quite frequently as we're in our spiritual journey, the more and more we dive into ourselves, we withdraw from life, we withdraw from others, and most specifically we withdraw from social media. Because it seems like it's a barrage of negativity, of unnecessary attention, of narcissism, all of these things, right? So we naturally pull ourselves away. I want to dive into how you can actually use social media as a tool not only for your spiritual growth, but for your success as a human being, and why it's actually very important that people in the spiritual community and spiritual lifestyle utilize this also. So first thing, how this can be beneficial to your spiritual growth. I can really tell you one of the number one, if not the most powerful way I have ever strengthened my confidence and authenticity in myself is because and when I created my YouTube channel. When I had to put myself out there on social media, I was doing this not only through YouTube but also on my Facebook, which is obviously right, all my friends and family who've known me my whole life. People who I used to be very scared to share my truth with. I would give them, little bits and pieces which I was comfortable with, but I wouldn't give them the whole story. Things I knew they would be having different opinions about, or judging me, or all of these things, right? I grew up in a Catholic rich bubble of a community in Orange County, California, so I was worried about what they were all going to think of me. When I started making YouTube videos a little over a year ago, and I started sharing those on my Facebook, it was the first time in my life I actually had to stand for what I believed in consistently and authentically. And it integrated me so much to myself, to my spirituality, and I can really tell you every day it strengthens me so much to my core, because I have to be straight up with people. I can't hide bits and pieces of myself for my audience, and it is such a beautiful thing to live life that way, to live that authentically. And I think social media can be a very powerful way to do this, because you're delivering something to people. You're showing them who you are, and you have to show up, So it holds you to what you say. It holds you to who you are. It helps keep you integrated, even for something like, I did a 21-day fasting, a yogic diet. It drove me so much to even be integrated to that because I had made a YouTube video about it. That's just one example. So number two, how this can help you just be a successful human being in general. If you guys know, in the day and age of millennials and even the generation above and below, social media is everything now in business. Whether you're an independent business owner, whether you're a company. I just remember when I was in university, almost every single job offer for college graduates is social media boosting, being a social media ambassador for a company. Truly, this cannot be given enough credit, actually. I underestimated social media for a long time, thinking, I don't care about that, I don't want to be a part of that, sounds so boring, so superficial to me. This is so wrong. This is what everyone is using. Whether we like it or not, this is the world we live in today. So whatever you're doing, whether it's, building your own career, as, being your own boss, you especially want to use social media to your advantage. You have to use this tool in the world we live in. So just have fun with it. Take advantage of it. Use it to your benefit. And this really ties into my last point, which is why it's actually our responsibility, or our dharmic duty, our responsibility as citizens of this earth, as consciously aware people, to use social media. Because guess what? About 99% of people using it are not consciously aware, are not spiritual people, and even sometimes have negative interests, vested interests, in bringing down people and in hurting people and bullying people and all of these things, right? And just doing a barrage of negativity to the world we live in. So it's our responsibility, it's our dharma, it's really something we have to stand for, to share our lives with the world. It's not a joke, right? There's that famous saying that if it only takes a right man not saying anything, not standing up for what is right, to allow, evil to triumph. And this is true. If we don't say anything, we are just bystanders in the destruction of not only the earth, of consciousness, of spirituality, of politics, of religion, of all of these things. We have to represent ourselves. And, I think we're told to undervalue ourselves, that our opinion doesn't mean anything, that me as an individual can't make a change. This is so wrong. This is conditioning which people want you to think that you don't matter, because your vote actually does matter. Your voice matters. This is why we live, at least in the United States, why we have a democratic system of government, because every individual voice does matter. Your stand matters, especially when you start gaining a following. My channel's still pretty new, and I just started to get a decent amount of followers. I just hit 8,000 subscribers, which is still very minor, in the YouTube community. But even now, I'm connecting to, hundreds of thousands of people and spread out throughout my videos, and that makes an impact, So everything you say, everything you're sharing, even if it's your personal life and your personal growth, you never know who's gonna see that, who's gonna be affected by that. And, at the baseline, you're putting positivity, you're putting good vibes, good energy out into the world. That matters so much in the world we live in. So those are just a few reasons why social media and spirituality actually go hand in hand. They can have a harmony, and not only that, but they actually are part of our dharma, our spiritual responsibility to share our consciousness with the rest of the world. Thank you guys so much. I hope this video was interesting for you and you learned a little bit. Let me know your feedback, and I'll love to connect with you guys and get back to you shortly. Nithyanandam, everyone.